What's the number one way to drive revenue up on a apartment building investment?
I would say, right now, it obviously this varies significantly depending on what class of property you are in and what renter you're trying to attract. So first of all, really knowing who your customer is. There are certain customers now that if you're making your units tech enabled and putting in, Nest or all types of, virtual concierge and stuff like that, that the tenants are looking at those type of amenities and they're appreciating them and they'll pay up for them. Other ones, it's very simple upgrades to the unit that are less costly, but that will separate yourself from the competition. So, and that could be, stuff with flooring, molding, a lot of the typical upgrades. In general, the more care you have in the industry and the more thoughtful you are with how you're creating an environment for your tenants, this is people's home. And if you think about what we've all experienced this year, it's their home, it's their school, it's their gym, it's their restaurant, it's their movie theater, it's all these other things. So, that's probably the biggest thing that's coming through in all property types, in all locations, is that the reputation that the ownership has with their tenants in terms of, are they really going out of their way to try to make it the best living experience? That's coming through in collections, renewals, tenant relations, and, property performance. So there's not one answer to that category because it's a soft skill, but we're really seeing those who do that aspect of the business, those that do that well, they're reaping the benefits of it right now.
Right. Great. Yeah, no, that makes sense. It makes sense. It would be especially emphasized during a pandemic when people, even if you're only somewhat locked at home, you just can't go out to eat as much. You can't, go to the movies as much, like you said. So even if you're one that's a little bit more bold and not really, you hate masks and you want to go out and live your normal life, your normal life is still less normal, in these times at least. So that's great. This content was created by commercialrealestate.com. Access our community, investment databases, training, and live events by visiting www.commercialrealestate.com.